The first question is about searching for a guru, and if we have yet to find a guru, have we not fulfilled our purpose? And of course, the unspoken parts of the question being, how do we find one then? How do we know? The teachings teach us that when the disciple is ready, the guru will come. And yet, I think if one is permitted to add cultural context into timeless teachings, I would add a little bit of cultural context to that today, because I think that sadly what's happening today is people are looking for something in a guru different from what people were looking for in a guru perhaps when the scriptures were written, and even than that which is really what the guru's role is. And so these days, I'm not so convinced that our lack of ability to find a guru is due entirely to the lack of a guru, but much more to our own mental confusion about what it is that we want and what it is that we're looking for and what it is we're ready to do in that relationship. So I would add that on as a current day cultural aspect of that. And what I mean by that in specifics is a guru is one who brings light. That is the definition of the word. The Sanskrit word literally means the remover of darkness. Gu is darkness, Ru is the remover of darkness. The guru is the one who removes our darkness. The guru is not, by definition, the one who makes sure that our children pass exams that they haven't studied for. The guru is not the one to make sure that because we're working really hard, we become millionaires or billionaires. The guru is not the one who makes sure that no one we love ever gets sick and dies. Those tend to be the sort of things that people ask from a guru these days. My kid's got his exams next month. Please, 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 could you, pray for him? And, well, has he been studying? Well, he's not such a good studier. I keep telling him to study. He likes to, play football instead. But if with your blessings, he'll be fine. Or, my business isn't going well. I don't know what's wrong with me. My brother's business is going well. My cousin brother's business is going well. My neighbor's businesses are going well. Can you bless me that my business should also go well? Or, my loved one is sick. The doctors say they have a month to live, or 2 weeks to live, or 6 months to live. Please do something. Please bless them and do something. And these are the most common categories of things. Obviously, there's variation, but this is the most common category of what you hear. It's success. I want success. Whether I'm working for it or not working for it, either way, I want it. And even if I am working for it, but it's not coming, I want you to wave your magic wand and make it come. I want things to go the way that I want. please could you talk to my husband or talk to my wife and tell them to do what I say and, be the type of person I want them to be and, help me with the dishes and give me more money and, tell my kids to be obedient. These are the sorts of things that come up. And it's not that there's anything wrong with any of these. Traditionally, the guru plays such a central role in the family that, yeah, of course, when little things come up in the family, rather than going to psychiatrists or psychologists or counselors, traditionally people went to the guru, even for small things, our kids misbehaving, what to do. But that wasn't the central role of the guru. We have a guru to bring light to our darkness. Therefore, sure, when I've got all of these other things going on, I will also go to the guru, because the guru is the central axis of my life. But not I'm guru shopping for the one who will give me what I want. And that tends to be what we see a lot these days. And sadly, when on the flip side of this, when you read stories or hear about the very rare but nonetheless very loud scandals that happen, what's interesting to me is that people will say, oh my God, I can't believe that this guru was caught, with diamonds and gold and land and, a foreign bank account and whatnot. And you say, well, why'd you make him your guru? Like, what was it that attracted you to him? Oh, well, he promised that he was going to, make my business number one. He promised that he was going to, give me success in business. Well, you realize when you look at that deeply that, well, I was guru shopping for someone who was promising me material success. Someone who was promising me paper and gold and, rocks and paper that symbolizes money. That's not what the guru does. And so naturally, if I'm finding someone who's saying, yeah, come to me, I'll make you rich, it shouldn't surprise me that much later to find out that the guru himself or herself was making themselves rich. The guru is one who brings us light. And if that's what we're looking for, and if what we realize is that our frustration at our jobs, our frustration at not being as rich as our cousins or our brothers or our neighbors, or our fantasy of how rich we should be, our frustration at our children or our spouses not acting how we want them to, that all of that is due to the darkness in which we live. Meaning, regardless of how enlightened you may be, you still have ups and downs, and things happen. There's success, there's failure, there's sickness, there's health. But our reaction to that, our frustration at that, our anxiety at that, our anger at that, our need for a guru to change that outer situation so we can be in peace, that's darkness. Not darkness that's evil, not darkness that's bad, but in Indian tradition, the darkness is the darkness of ignorance. It's not a sense of you're a bad person. We don't believe really in bad people. At the core, everyone is pure and perfect and divine and holy because we've been created not just by God, but of God. But in that illusory connection with our body and identification with the body, now suddenly how much I have, how high my ranking is, whether I'm fulfilled in my vision of success or not, that becomes critical to my sense of self because I am this body. That's the darkness the guru removes. You're not the body. Now, It's not always fun. It doesn't always feel good. Anybody who's a parent or a grandparent or a babysitter even knows that when kids come in from playing outside in the dirt, young kids, and you say, it's bath time. You're filthy. Come, we're going to get you into a nice warm bath and make you clean. What do kids do? They run around the house naked, right? Kids, for some reason, universally, run away from bath time. No matter how dirty they are, no matter how covered in mud they are, I have yet to see a child when the mother or father says, oh God, you're covered in dirt, come, let me put you in the bath. I have yet to see a child say, thanks, Mom, that would be great if you could just get all this dirt off me. There's something about that which covers us when we're used to it that we love it. I mean, otherwise getting in a bath and getting the dirt off should be universally pleasurable. As adults, we enjoy it. But there's something about the innocence of youth, of young children, that it's like, no, just as I am, this dirt symbolizes my freedom in the mud. I got this dirt through running in the mud and, doing somersaults in the mud and rolling in the mud. And that's a symbol of freedom. It's a symbol of fun. This mud is me, Mom. This mud is my fun. And so, of course, they don't want it washed off. In the same way, but on a subtler and more deep level, that darkness which covers our light, which you would think we'd be so grateful to have the Guru remove, we tend to act very much like children, not wanting to get put in the bathtub. We're very attached to that dirt. We're very attached to our egos. We're very attached to our sense of how things should be, what we want, what we need. We're very attached to that. And so when our Guru comes in and starts to remove that, a lot of us really do react like young kids. No, 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 I don't want to be in the bath. And we run away, either physically or just internally. And so when you talk about looking for a Guru, you have to really be clear. Am I looking for a money manager? Am I looking for someone to give me tips in the stock market? Am I looking for a family counselor? Am I, what am I looking for here? Because there are people whose jobs are money managers. There are people whose jobs are to give you tips in the stock market. There are people whose jobs it is to, teach you how to get your kid to sit down and study and how to apply for the right universities. That's not what we go to the Guru for. When we go to the Guru, we should go for one thing and one thing only, which is light. We should go to the Guru with, oh Guru, oh my Guru, I'm covered in darkness. I cannot see my light. I'm covered in my ego. I'm covered in ignorance. I'm covered with my false identification with this body, this false sense of who I think I am, what I think I need. Oh Guru, remove that. Show me the light. Let me live in the light. And if that's what we're yearning for, we will find a Guru. Doesn't have to be today. Might be tomorrow, might be next week, it might be next year. In the meantime, there's lots of books and even video these days and audio and all sorts of ways to learn from Gurus who are no longer with us, if you haven't found one who clicks with you. But if you find that you're someone who's been looking for a Guru for a really long time, and you've been to many of them and nothing clicks, I would turn the investigation a little bit inside, just to re-ask yourself, what is it I'm looking for? What are my criteria in finding a guru? Because it's not, going to find a guru is not like going out to find the perfect dress. It's not like, well, it's for evening wear, so it should be black, but it's summertime, so it should be kind of lightweight. And, well, I'm on this diet, so it should, show off my new figure. And I've got really nice calves, so it definitely shouldn't come below my knees. And, that's not how you shop for a guru. Might be how you shop for a dress or a shirt or a pair of pants or a sweater. But we don't go into it with a list. We go into it with one yearning and one yearning only, which is, for God's sakes, show me some light. Show me who I am. The divinity of who I am. The wholeness of who I am. Not give me things so I feel whole. It's almost the exact opposite. Show me the wholeness of who I am. If the guru is one to whom we keep turning for more and more things, all it's doing is perpetuating our illusion that we're not whole. You're whole. That's the light we want, is to be able to see who we are. That truth. And remember, of course, that you have an inner guru as well. I strongly recommend an outer one, because the inner one tends to frequently get really easily hijacked by our ego, and it becomes really difficult to tease apart what's ego and what's inner guru. But in the meantime, till you find one, go within, read, listen to talks, watch videos, whatever there may be. There have been so many enlightened masters. But start somewhere. Don't wait till you find the right guru to start your path. Start the path. And the guru will appear, for sure.